place. And then I need to. What do I need to get? Oh, we needed to get a very small, very high quality bottle of tequila.
That's next door to Bubbles.
I just want very light margarita.
Love.
Oh, it's outstanding. You have agave. Okay, it's ridiculous. So, lady would love to have one. And then.
What else could we have with meat besides potatoes and salad? I mean, we can.
Salad for sure. Just salad. This one ain't light. The boys probably. No. We need to get some ingredients for mac and cheese, like real Parmesan cheese, real butter, and gluten-free noodles. And we'll also get a dough and a nice can of sauce for pizza. Regular pizza. They like mac and cheese then.
Tomorrow.
Or whenever.
How do you make mac and cheese?
Just gluten-free noodles. Butter. House water.
Parmesan cheese.
Parmesan Parmesan. That's how they make fettuccine Alfredo. At Alfredo's in Rome. I don't know why I thought we were like Rome. Burritos were from Calabria. Why did I think that? Nice St. Naples. Near Sicily. Down at the very bottom. That'll make more sense. We need to find that out. You know what? It's gonna be like they're from Milan. We need to find out. It's a good time to figure it out because I want to try to plan for next year. Start planning it now. It's first into Lisbon from Miami, direct 6 hours. Oh yeah, 6 hours. Cheap, tap, Portugal, and then you just start taking trains after that. Anywhere. You can go. You can take a train basically all the way to France if you wanted to. Through Spain. Through Spain from Portugal. There's one that goes all the way. And then when you get into France, you go back down. And the trains is the way to go. Is the way to go.
We took it from Rome to Florence.
Yeah. It's the way to travel.
Really nice. They were real nice.
With kids, it's the way to travel. Driving.
So easy.
We're driving. So I want to do it, a big one, and end up in. We haven't been to France, and end up in Italy. There's
Like the boys.
Yeah, for sure, of course. There's two places that I need to go at northern side of Italy, which is Bolognese. Wait, Bolognese. Where is it? Bologna. Yes. It's on the water at the north end of Italy. I've heard that's where some of the best food is. And then Turin. You know where Milan is? You know where Turin is? Yeah, I want to go to Turin too. Because that's at the very northwestern point of Italy. Is the biggest city in Italy is Turin, northwestern. And then Milan is further into Italy. And then north is Lake Como. So we've been to Milan and Lake Como. But I want to go to Turin, Bologna, and then I want to start going down the coast of Italy. So that's Cinque Terre. Yeah, I know. I've heard about it. And Amalfi Coast.
They're long enough. Just a long way down to Sicily.
Well, that's the That's the idea, is to go to Sicily. Because I've heard that
That'd be a lot.
everybody says that that's one of it's a month-long trip. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Well, you probably have never heard of this, the Shroud of Turin.
What's that one?
It is a fabric that Christ was wrapped in.
Okay.
After he died and put it in the tomb, and it still has markings from it. We went to his name. Just blood. We had it at our church, a copy of it. It's kept in Turin. This shroud, this fabric, is 2,000 years old.
Why was it in Turin?
That's where they had gone to several different churches.
Okay.
And that's where they decided to put it.
Oh, okay.
So it's called the Shroud of
At the Catholic Church in Turin. It's probably gigantic.
the tomb.
Oh, got it.
After he rose,
Got
his
it.
body was gone.
And the shroud was in the tomb?
His fabric was in the tomb.
And which was where? Where was that again? Where was the tomb?
He died at Gethsemane, which would have been in
Israel? Okay. Got it.
All I know is it was in Gethsemane. But anyway, I mean, that would be worth seeing if you
Yeah, absolutely.
went there.
Absolutely.
And then the other story, and I'm pretty
Oh
sure
my gosh.
I'm pretty sure I'm right that he is there. The latest Catholic saint was 16 or 17 years old when he died. He's from Italy. He died in 2005, I think.
Catholic saint? What makes you a saint?
Well, you have to have at least 2 miracles proven
Okay.
that you were responsible for, and that's done with years and years of research. He's been gone 20 years, so anyway, they research and research and research and make sure that what has been told, that these miracles happened. Anyway, his name is Carlo Acutis. He's from Italy,
Okay.
and he was just this little sweet little boy, always very sweet, very, his parents knew he was very, very special. And when he made his first communion, he decided he wanted to go to daily mass every day thereafter. He was so in love with Christ and the Eucharist.
Okay.
And he was a real techie teenager.
Okay.
So he decided to take his skills as a techie person on the computer, and he made a program. There's over 130 miracles proving that the Eucharist is the body and blood of Jesus Christ.
Okay.
So he made a website and of all these miracles. Anyway, so that's part of his history.
Got it.
Anyway, his body's there in Turin.
How old was he when he died?
Like 16 or 17. He's very young. Very, very young.
How'd he die?
He got sick, and they took him to the hospital, and he told his mom and dad, said, I will never be able to live. He knew he was going to die. Anyway, so there you go. Turn.
Well, I mean, listen, the churches that we went in were
Oh my God. Our Lady Grace is going to go to Barcelona. You've been to Barcelona. Did you go to the church?
Yes.
They did Familia. What's it called?
Sagrada Familia.
Sagrada Familia. That'll be their first stop.
Absurd.
And then they're going to take a bus and go up through Spain.
Yep.
And they'll make stops along the way with different churches that they visit. Then they wind up in Fatima,
Okay.
where Mary appeared to 3 little children in the early 1900s. Anyway, there's a big shrine to Mary
Okay.
there.
Okay.
That's the trip for Our Lady Grace next summer in 2026. They're going to Italy. The choir is going to Italy this fall. It's a jubilee year for
amazing.
Have we not already gone to Rome? I forget where else.
I have to go back. I have to go back to Rome.
We could probably, it's kind of like, well, we don't have that many trips left in us, probably. Financially.
You gotta get, you gotta get some done.
So anyway. Yeah.
Well, I think that the Duomo in Florence was the most impressive one for me.
And you know what? We didn't go.
It's number 2.
We didn't go in the line. The line was so long.
Oh, okay.
We had walked.
We just
about
got to go right in.
We didn't. We didn't have.
We were on an
tour
off day.
schedule.
We were on an off day. It was like a Tuesday.
Wow.
It was rain. It was kind of cloudy, almost raining.
I'm so sorry. And
Oh.
we missed Mass at the Vatican outside.
Oh, yeah.
Because we traveled all night. I had jet lag, and we had this huge breakfast at the hotel. I was on the toilet last night. So we missed Mass. Oh my gosh. Talk about dumb. But I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it. And then I just wound up going to bed and sleeping for hours.
Oh,
I was
jeez.
so, yeah.
I know.
What are you gonna do? My body just wasn't happy. Anyway.
Well, the Duomo was probably the most impressive one that we saw.
Oh,
It
we were outside of it.
it doesn't even like
You just can't believe
you can't believe how large it is. And,
it. Did you go in the Vatican? You went in the Vatican?
oh yeah. I just can't believe how large the Duomo was. Just to be
Like that
just
way
to be
back
one church.
How could they build things like that? It just blows you away.
I don't know. I think it's because that's where all the money was. I don't understand the money part of it.
Must have had a lot of work.
You have to have money, no matter what, to build it,
Right.
to build stuff. Like even back then, you have to. It takes money. It takes gold.
Even if I imagine a lot of stone in that probably came from the area.
Yeah,
It
of
was
course.
mined there,
Yeah.
I guess.
Well, and that's the other part. Like in Rome, is for us the marble is very expensive because it comes from Rome. It has to come all the way from Rome, like to get here.
There,
It's there. It's
there.
limestone for Indiana.
It's
And so when you look at the college buildings at Indiana University, it's just limestone. It's not that big of a deal. It's right down the street. Yeah, it's right down the street.
You still had to pay for it,
Well, yeah, but
but it's there.
the-
It didn't have to be transported very
with
far.
everything, even coffee, the most expensive part of everything is the logistics of it. Okay, so that factors into the price of everything. Because the coffee, if I didn't have to ship it from Colombia, would be half of what I pay. So
Don Carlos, he needs to hook up with somebody up here.
we're gonna
You,
I'll assume the way that it will work is that we will bring him here eventually and build a facility here in South Florida and or wherever it's most advantageous logistically. It's probably in Miami. That's where the port is. Yeah, because it's gonna be coming by boat. So
yeah.
have a roasting facility in Miami that Don Carlos puts his stamp on with equipment, Colombia,
Send somebody up to
all of his processes, all of them. Okay, and then he's gonna ship us the green beans, and we will have basically put Don Carlos's roasting facility just in Miami. No, but he doesn't like he can't even conceptualize that.
people in that country.
No. What he's got right now is like,
He's
listen,
got a gold mine, do you feel like?
well, of course, and we became his biggest customer. I couldn't believe that.
Yeah, that's
We
how
haven't
you
been
do it.
around
You're
there.
a one store.
Right.
How can you be his biggest customer? But it's Colombia.
That store is being traveled to now. From Boca, from Wellington, from Lake Worth, from West Palm.
Boca has a lot of
Yeah.
store.
We are going to. We have the two Boca Bros that are going to do it.
They are.
Yeah, they're going to do it.
They are.
Yep.
You have a spot.
No, that's That's gonna be the hardest part about it. But I think we're gonna go ahead and charge them the franchise fee. Is what I've decided. It's gonna make it
Why
more.
would you not?
It's gonna make it more real for them. It's gonna get a fire underneath their boots because they had to drop the money. Because this is, I'm gonna tell them, I'm selling the rights to you for Boca for the first Boca franchise. And so, it's like, do you want it or not? Because I'm gonna go sell it to somebody else.
Seriously?
Yeah, go sell it to somebody else. And then what that's gonna do is I'm gonna be able to pay for the franchising fees.
Are they, did you say it's 50,000?
Yeah, it's 50. That's the
You decided?
like the market. Like Jimmy John's 50,000. So we're not going to be any. Jimmy John's will make like 1 point, like their biggest one will make like 1.75 million a year. We're going to do 1.75 million probably this year, and then the number's 2 million. That we need to do 2 million. So and it looks like
Well, I guess
that's the.
probably was a Costco.
I know. I just think that the numbers become very simplistic, and you just want to. It's a volume game. You want to sell 50 at a time. That I get, or 10, or 5, or something like that. You want to sell the game, like what they do. Those games, like Jimmy John's will sell 10 at once.
These guys are Domino's.
Yeah,
10.
it's the same thing. So what? Like
Just in South Florida.
no, they have 16 in Ohio.
10.
No, not in Florida.
Oh, none. So 16 total.
In Ohio.
Wow.
That's where he started this franchise. Because it's an easy market. You just get it. Script it. Those will do 1.5 each.
They live down. They
I
both
live in
live
Boca.
down.
Yeah, he flies back to Ohio quite a bit. But the other brother lives there. So anyways, that's what Domino's will do. Papa John's will do the same thing. They'll sell 10 at once to a group that's got 10 million bucks. And that group has the capital to open 10 at once, to do construction of 10 at one
That's a lot
time.
of money. Right?
300 grand. 300 grand. It cost to build a Jimmy John's or a Domino's. Yes.
It's not too bad.
And you just lease the space. You don't.
That's not
No.
too bad.
Uh-uh.
It's less than building a house.
Yeah. And it's a cash flowing business. And Domino's does all of your technology and marketing and advertising. That's why you do it. Everything's done. You just have to have the capital to open it and to operate it.
How do you know a franchise?
Robbie, he's about to hand over the Domino's whole thing to me.
Oh, he's going to show you.
He's gonna share me the PDF.
Oh, how they run
Their whole
theirs.
booklet.
How they set up a
Yeah,
franchise.
the whole thing. It's all given to him in documentation. And that's what you pay $50,000, basically $25,000 to $50,000 for a company. There's a company out there.
Right,
They're
helps you franchise a business.
They will come in and they're like, here's our structure that we use. Best practices structure over 20 years. Best practices for SOPs, standard operating procedures for franchises. They come in for 2 weeks. They are embedded in your business. They write down every single thing that's going on and document it on a computer and take videos and all kinds of stuff. And then they will write your entire SOP booklet, and then they'll bring in also all the normal stuff that you need anyways, that every franchise has to have. And then they give that to you, and then instead of you doing that, which is going to take, I don't even know how to do it, I give that to Robbie, who will get it, just like
You're
Domino's.
going to have some.
Yeah, absolutely.
But he's going to give you the
He's going to give me
PDF,
the Domino's one,
so you can just
just so I
start
can, yeah.
working on it.
Yeah, I'm just going to give it to AI and have AI build it's going to build a template. I'm going to give that to Robbie, the guy who's going to franchise.
But you're going to hire the company
Yes.
that helps you build
They
the
build it,
franchise.
and they build it for you, and then they
How
give
much do they charge?
that's $25,000 to $50,000, and then they give that to you, okay? And then you give that to the franchisee, and inside that says, here's how you open, here's how you make smart franchisees don't operate at all. They just hire everything out.
Brothers still.
Of course they do. Oh yeah. That's the SOP booklet. It's a training booklet.
Well, I know,
Yeah.
but I mean,
It's
there's
videos.
still things.
It's
that-
videos, and of course, I know.
that you don't know unless you're talking.
Oh yeah, you
In
have to.
person.
For example, listen to this. So
Send Tommy over there for 2 weeks.
right. So here's what. You know, In-N-Out Burger. You heard of that?
Yes.
Okay. So
Been there.
they're a franchise,
California.
right? They're a franchise. They might be corporate. They might be all corporate stores. I'm not sure. Like Shake Shack's all corporate. Okay. Like Starbucks, corporate stores. When a new In-N-Out opens, they fly in people from other In-N-Outs across the country for the first 3 weeks to run it.
So to start.
To run it. And to train the new employees on how to do all this stuff. So the store opening goes perfectly. Every time. And they had to do this because when they first open an In-N-Out,
Yeah.
when they first open, the line, the first day,
How long?
you have to get it correct. The drive-through line on the first day of In-N-Out is like out in history.
Crazy.
And so that's how it's going to have to go. We're going to have to, you have like a 2-week period. And franchisee knows this stuff. They have to spend this money to make the store correct. They're going to have to hire their employees for 2 weeks straight and train them for 2 weeks before the store opens. That's the rules. And Robbie knows that.
Okay.
Robbie's done it plenty of
Right.
times with Domino's.
Okay, I get that.
Yeah.
That I like.
Yeah, you have to.
There's too much to learn.
Yeah.
Too many mistakes. I mean, you can't. Wow.
It's too much.
So you only have to do that once. Have the franchise experts come in once.
Yeah, just once. But that's a company that does this at scale for franchises across the country. This is their job. This is why they're a business. Okay?
That's all they do.
Yeah, that's all they do. And so that's what I learned. You just gotta hire the professionals to do stuff. No longer can I do the things anymore. No, you can't. I can't do that. Neither can really any one person. Like, it's better to have this company do it. They have multiple people on this.
Did Robbie tell you about this company?
No, Mike did, our customer. He has a franchise of his own. He has a electric golf cart franchise company, and he signs contracts with municipalities. So like Longboat Key, he would sign a contract with Longboat Key to have, there's a place where they would park these golf carts, and then people can call and have the golf cart come pick them up and bring them to St. Armands.
Oh, cool.
Electric golf cart. Yep.
We drive this down
Yeah.
the sidewalk.
We have it in Boynton. He has one of those. Yeah, it's like a golf cart taxi service.
It would go on the sidewalk.
No. Just go on the street. It's 35 mile per hour. Yep. 35 mile per hour is legal. And you have to trail it. That's his franchise. So now for him, and then there's a company. This is incredible. There's a company that will sell your franchises for you. And he's got a guy that's already sold 10 franchises for him. And he just gets a commission.
Say that again. He's got a guy who has sold 10 franchises. He owned 10.
No, he found 10 franchisees to have his golf cart franchise in their communities for him. He didn't have to be doing the sales work of selling franchises.
He invented
He invented the golf cart company.
it. Okay. He
And
didn't buy his franchise from somebody
No,
else.
then there's another guy who just helps you sell your franchises for you and gets a cut.
One thing that worries me about franchising is you have consumer products. If it's not at the level that
Yep.
John was used to and expects,
Yep. So that's why you have your company. Well, that's why you have, that's franchising. It happens all the time. There are bad franchises. It's gonna happen. You have to get signed up for it. It's gonna happen. Something's gonna happen in the person's life. Something will happen to the family member. Something will happen
Is there
to.
clause in there that
Oh yeah. There's tons of, that's where all the legal comes in. There's all the legal comes in. There's like this happened with BurgerFi. Remember BurgerFi?
Yes.
They had 50% of their franchises fail. It wasn't being done correctly.
Well, I knew they had trouble. They're all closed down.
A lot of them. Like, and then what will happen is like, yeah, but then like the company changes. What happens a lot of times is like a investment fund will buy the company and either do one of two things: either mess it up or make it better.
That's the only bad thing. I mean, you have such a good reputation with the quality of your product.
Yeah, but I can only be at one at one time. So and that's why you gotta like for most of them in the beginning, I think we'll just make all the stuff for the franchises. We'll make all the raw juice, things like that, and then they'll buy it from the product company. So there has to be a product company now, and then the franchisees will buy products from the product company. Okay.
Well, that's what happened to Joe Aurelio.
Yeah.
Aurelio's Pizza.
Uh huh.
People were buying their own
Yes.
crap.
Can't do that.
He said, no, it doesn't work.
No, it has to be the
You'll
same.
buy it from me.
Yeah, it has to be the same.
Why come soon?
Well, that's where that's how it has to work.
You don't have any control. You don't.
That's almost all of the franchises. This is what they do. You have to. So.